everybody, it's Lo from Custom Creations. I hope you are all doing well today. I am going to be making a mold. Hopefully this time it works. And I have a friend with me today. Her name is Tara. So everybody say, hey, Tara. You can talk.
Hello.
Anyway, so we're having a play day. You know how that is. And we're going to be making a mold out of this cute candy corn. I'm going to be using the Litz Resin Silicone Rubber 0A, Part A, Part B. You measured out by equal weights. And we are going to have it this beautiful, what I've been told, Halloween color, since it's Halloween. We're going to start with this container. Put our little candy corn in there. But we're first going to put some hot glue on the bottom and set him in there, and we'll give it a few minutes to set to see if it will, hold strong enough, and then we'll kind of go from there. So give us a few minutes and we will get that going. I got my hot glue gun here, and I'm just going to, let me move this over so y'all can see. I'm just going to move this, kind of put it in here. Hopefully, let's see. Hopefully that will do it. Set it right down in there like that. And then we'll just let him set. And I think I need to grab another glue stick in case it doesn't work. Give me just a second. About knock something over, y'all. Goodness. Can you stand up straight today? I've been off kilter lately, so. Alright, sorry about that, my friends. But we got another glue stick just in case we need it. So Tara, I worked with her before I retired, and we developed a lovely friendship there. And now she comes and we play when she doesn't have to work or have other responsibilities. So I'll let her tell you what she does while I'm waiting on this. So go ahead, Tara, tell what you do.
I am and have been a social worker for about 30 years. The last 10, almost 10, as a supervisor. And we are working on the creation of a prevention unit. It came about in 2018, so it's ever evolving, trying to help families meet their needs so that mandatory child welfare services do not have to get involved with them.
It's such a wonderful thing, isn't it, to be able to serve, families and children, in whatever aspect we can. But when it involves children, and for me, animals, it's very rewarding. So I'm sure that you feel that way with what you do.
I do, and thanks to Loretta, I'm also an adopted mom of a German Shepherd. So.
Oh, look what I did, Mr. Leo. Mr. Leo. Okay, so I've got our powder open here, and hopefully it's not moving, so we should be good to go. Now I'm thinking this is probably going to take about 3 cups total, maybe, to get this covered. So we'll mix up our silicone rubber, and if we need more, then we'll mix up more. I am going to be using my big old cup because we're going to be pouring a lot, and this cup is wonderful for mixing. Again, I bought this at the Dollar General. It was a whole $1, but it's great because it's smooth inside, doesn't have any lumps or ridges or seams, to interfere with you stirring. So I'm going to be measuring, and I'm going to let Miss Tara here do the stirring when I find her a stick. And let's see, so there's your stick. And I will start measuring this. I do have my handy dandy scale out here, if I can get it open for whatever reason. And we will get it turned on. And see, this is, like I said, it is a 1-to-1 ratio. So we are going to put our cup on there. Our cup is 0.16, so we'll do that. We'll start at 0. Throw the lid around a little bit, you know. Alright, so I am going to pour this. Where's my mark? I don't think that's the mark I want. There, I'm going to pour this 8 ounces of B and 8 ounces of A. Now, even though this the cup has a marking as far as the amount, I find that I do better as far as mixing. Okay. Okay. We'll get our units in here just to double check. All right. This lid does not want to go on. Have you set that back over there, please? All right, so there's that. So I'm going to put, remember, into the big cup. Hopefully y'all can see this. All right, so there is that part. And now we will do A. Now before we mix these two together, we're going to mix in our powder, because you know you have a shorter working time as far as using the silicone. So if you mix your color in first before you mix the two together,
Put it in here. Or in that one.
We're probably going to put it in the big one. Yeah, we'll put the color in the big cup so I don't mess up this cup here. Okie dokie. Oh man, oh man. There we go. Having a time with that lid. Alright, I will give you that. So, Miss Tara, I'm going to give you a little bitty spoon so we can get some of that powder into that cup. Probably about 2 of them, 2 spoonfuls. Perfect. Okay, you just set that on there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to kind of turn this so that they can see what you're doing there. Do you need to move up some? You're good.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
This is really neon orange.
Well, I wonder who picked that color.
I did.
You did.
It reminds me of Wham.
Oh boy. Wow, we are going back in the
In
day.
the 80s.
Oh my goodness.
Where we wore neon Wham sweatshirts.
I don't know if I did or not, but okay.
I did.
I mean, I listened to them.
When I wasn't wearing Madonna,
Well, then,
whatever.
yeah,
You know.
there is that. Let's see. Kind of hold, yeah, turn it there so they can see inside that cup. There you go.
There we go. I don't want it to spill. It looks like it's about to. So.
Oh, yeah. That wouldn't be fun.
Mm.
All right. So I'll let you set that down there. And I'm going to put in the part A. And then what we'll do is we will set a timer for 3.5 minutes of stirring so we can get this properly mixed up. Get the two parts. Now, if we have any left over, I have told Miss Tara that we are going to attempt to make some inserts. Some of you that watch my videos may also watch Tammy from Epoxy Me That, and she made the cutest little inserts with the way that I'm hoping that ours will turn out today, because it was so cute. And thank you, Miss Tammy, for giving us and sharing with us that ideal. It was awesome. What an easy way to make some inserts for your resin projects. Okay, so I will let you have that. You can press down on that, or we might be wearing it. While she's mixing that up, Alexa, set timer for 3.5 minutes.
3 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
And then sometimes, you know, scrape your sides and of the cup off. Ooh, that is a bright orange, y'all. Look at that.
It looks like a creamsicle.
Don't get that on you. I mean, it might peel off, but it probably is a big greasy stain. While she's done that, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my cup over here. So I, again, hope everybody's doing good today, and want to say thank you for stopping by and watching. Also, if we have any new folks out there, thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoyed the videos. Please check out my other ones, and please make sure you subscribe and come back so we can see you some more.
I thought it was hard to shake a can of paint for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's eventually I'm planning on getting myself a mixer, but I really don't have the room for it until I get out of this room that I currently am, so I haven't made the plunge yet, but I may have to sooner than later. You want me to do some?
Nah,
Okay.
I'll do it. I need to do.
You need to do it, okay. What a trooper.
Get my muscles in tune. It feels like it's getting a little bit thicker.
Yeah, it will. Now this again, like I said, is OA, and I recently remembered after I was questioning something why my last mold wasn't shiny. And I remembered that OA is basically going to be matte. So now, Alexa, stop. Okay, you can set that up there just for a few minutes. Thank you.
Whew.
Now that my expectations are not for it to be shiny, I won't stress as much.
Do you want me to take this off?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Don't spin yourself. Alright, we're going to turn this back here just a little bit. See what we're looking like. You always want to make sure your rubber is mixed as best as you can, because otherwise you might have parts that are not mixed and will never cure no matter what you do. Alright, so we're going to let this set and degas a little bit. And while it does that, I'll go ahead and clean my little stirring stick. And in case you're wondering why I have a torn glove on, well, it's because, like I've said before, I don't like my gloves not to be at the tip of my fingers. So I was playing with it and messing around with it, and it ripped, and I was like, well, it's staying on because the bottom part's still good, it's just the top. And I'm not doing anything at the top, so we should be okay. And this is non-toxic anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, goodness. These are little spatulas are like godsends. They call them magic. I had the thought that, you know, I've got the regular ones, but everybody was using these because these have a little tip, and you,
Little lip.
yeah, and you don't waste anything in your cups. It gets all of it out. So if you were wasting resin before and you really didn't know it, the only thing, like I said, I don't like is this little bent end, because to me it feels like it grabs into my hand. But it gets everything out. So, and they're pretty cheap. It was like a pack of 5 or 6 for like $7.99 off Amazon.
Okay.
They're wonderful. And I do wish the handle was just a little bit longer, but it's made so like if you need to pry something.
Oh yeah. So it would have its uses.
Yeah, not that I intend to be prying anything, mind you, but hey, maybe pry me off the couch sometimes, but you know. All right, so we're going to, oh yeah, if you look down in there, you can see how it's degassing really nicely on its own. And this, again, it's the Litz resin silicone rubber. So I wouldn't have expected anything less. We could put it through the debubbler, but I'm not, only because this cup will not fit in mine. It's not quite big enough. One day if I get a pressure pot, again, down the road when I have more room. But for the moment, we're just going to let it sit here for a few minutes on its own and degas. So, yeah. If we, like I said, if we have time, well, not if we have time, we've got plenty of time. If we have leftover rubber, I was looking for my container that had, well, what I did with my little inserts, that, well, things that will make inserts with. Oh, there they are. She found them. So again, if you've watched Tammy from Epoxy Me That, these are little sun catchers. They already have little lines built into them, you know, because you're supposed to paint them or whatever. But what she did, and what I'm hoping I can do if I have the leftover, is just pour some of the silicone rubber in there and let it cure, and hopefully they'll peel right out. And what you do at the insert is, like say we were making a coaster or something, or a tray. We could then take that little insert, let it down in our resin, and once we poured it, let it cure, and then you just peel it out so you have the indentation on your mold, on your piece that you've made.
Okay. Oh.
So That's what I'm hoping. So we got a little ghosty, a pumpkin, and a haunted house. And again, I found these at, I think it's Dollar General. They were pretty cheap, which is great. So, let's see. Still, need to guess a little bit. Bought me a new alcohol bottle, too.
I see that.
Yes.
Fancy.
Well, the other one, I had to pump and prime it, pump it how many times to try to get it to spray, and it's still over here in case I need it, but I just got tired of it. And that's a continuous spray, so once, like for oil or hair products, whatever, you can use it for whatever. You just squeeze in and it just does its thing, which is wonderful. I don't know why my nose is itching so much. All right, so we'll go ahead and put this powder. I don't remember where I got this powder. I don't even know what brand it was, so I will try to find it, and if I can find it, I'll put it in my description link, but I have no clue. But so look for it there. If you don't see it, that means I was not able to find it.
It's just very orange.
It is very orange. She is right about that. All right, so I'm going to start this, and then I will let you finish it. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to find a side. It doesn't matter what side. And you're just going to kind of pour it real slow, and you want to stay on one side. And the reason you do that is so that it will work its way to the bottom, make sure it gets all in there. So you're just going to hold it in one area, kind of like that, and go from there.
Okay.
A little slower. Yep. There you go. Just a little slower. And definitely it is orange. We might need a little more, but we'll find out here in a few.
This little candy corn person is so cute.
It is. And I think that was Dollar General. I got it too. A couple bucks. Yep, we'll probably have to mix up just a little bit more. We'll see. So we're almost out. Yep, we're going to be mixing up more, my friends. Probably about another 2 more ounces. So that means a total of 18 ounces. 8 and 8 is 16.
It doesn't look like it's, I don't think you're going to be able to scrape enough out of it.
Nah, we'll mix up some more. Okay. I'll just let it sit in here for the moment since we're going to make up some more. And let me see. So I think we're going to mix up 3 more ounces of each one. And that should definitely cover that. Maybe leave us a little extra. So. Okay. Let me have the bee first, please.
Oh, the bee first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was kind of confusing then.
What's that?
Did you take the top?
No. Thank you. I do that all the time. That's why I don't. I mean, they work for, they're there for a reason. But
Yeah.
I always forget about them.
Well, it's like when you get the ketchup bottle and you think it's a squirt bottle and it's not.
Or salad dressing, yeah.
Yes, and it goes. I get it. Now, do we need to color this as well?
We
or
are
no?
going. Well, you don't have to, but in order to keep it uniform, I'll probably will.
Okay.
And I would say if we didn't, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that we would need to stir it to get it blended, then I would probably go ahead and do it. But because I don't want to take a chance to knock loose the little the little candy piece. So we're at 811. Then I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to mix it in the thing. Okay. Not that change. Alright, so now we need... Did I do 3.5? That would be 7, right? If I did 3.5, 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Gets my scale cut off. I think the battery may be getting low.
What kind of battery does that thing take?
Double A's, I think.
Oh, okay. Simple enough.
All right, get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. Thank you. Now, I know we should have added the powder first before that, but didn't remember to do that, so let's move that so that make sure they can see what we're doing. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
Now, whoops. Now, some people, like when they stir in the resin, they'll go one direction, then they'll go another direction. With silicone rubber, you should stir in the same direction.
I don't know if I went the same direction or not. For the
I think
first
you
batch.
did. I think you did. I don't know really that, you know, why. I think that's just for the bubbles,
Okay.
for more than anything else. Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-dum. So, my friends, I'm pretty sure that at some point in time down the road, you'll be seeing Tara in some more videos or hearing her, because we do like to do this kind of stuff. And we have a mutual friend. Her name is Chastity. She likes to do resin as well. She's, matter of fact, is the one that introduced me to resin because she did tumblers and I wanted to learn how to do tumblers. And she taught me, and then, well, look where I'm at now, doing resin and molds, and it's just fun to, you know, to create stuff. you know,
Mm-hmm.
see what you can get. The question you ask is, what do you do with all the things you make? Well, if you're lucky, you sell them or you give them away. The joy was making it. Alexa, stop. All right, we'll let that sit there for a minute. My nose is itching like crazy. Oh, wow. I've been sneezing this past week, too. They said it's fall and all the little leaves falling from their dusty perches above. I'll check the battery in that. Not quite the same color, but it'll be okay. I don't think the mold will mind.
No.
So far, it's not floating, so that's good, because the first time I did it with the different rubber, it didn't work so well. It kept floating up.
Oh.
And then I finally put stuff on top of it, was able to get it to stay down. Only to have to cut the mold apart because I could not get it out to save my life.
Oh.
It was a different silicone rubber. It was a harder, I think it was a 15A. I think it was 15A, not 20A. Because the lower you go down, the softer the rubber is.
Okay.
So, looks like it's degassing pretty good, so we'll just let it continue sitting here. Let me take out the stick. We'll go ahead and wipe that off because that's a lot of color left in there. Don't want a chance not having it all mixed up. It's kind of like if you're doing resin and you're using the paste, after a point to where you get the color that you want to wipe off your stick because it's just going to keep putting color in there, and then you may not ever get it all the way mixed up. So, yeah. I'm just taking it a little bit that was left in the first cup, putting it in this cup. So you get it cleaned up. It don't need much. And what I find, like with, I know a lot of other resiners, having this little handy dandy thing, you can get resin, whatever it is, I'm dripping here, that you may not have known or realized you were wasting, and you can do something with those leftovers, like these little butterflies. They only take one drip each in the mold, so make up little butterflies. I know y'all have seen them, but all right. Yep, bubble just came up from there. Good. See right there?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, my nose is itching. Now you could just leave this in here and when it cures, just peel it out.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually try to clean things as I'm going, so I've always done that even when I would wash dishes.
Oh, yeah.
And cooking, I always
Clean up as you go.
Yeah, my mother-in-law was funny. She never did that, and then she's like, "Yeah, it makes a lot of sense." I'm like, "Yeah, means less work you have to do once you're done, got your belly full, and don't want to do anything."
Absolutely.
I love this big cup. I need to find me a couple more.
You need a red one.
Why do I need a red one?
The song.
Oh, well,
Blue's your favorite color, though.
well, it is. They did have a red one, but I
That would be pretty comical.
yeah, I wasn't thinking about I would want more than one, so I only got one. So I was back at the store the other day, and I looked to see if I could find another one, and they didn't have one in that daggone store. So if you're out and about and you see any,
Dollar General?
okay, grab me one too.
Yeah, it's real.
It said for $1, and I really like them because like even with these other cups you have, the paper cups, or even some of the silicone cups, these, they have those little ridges in there, and they have that seam line that when you try to scrape it,
You can't get it.
it just, yep, all right. There you go. Call that done. Okay, so take your little sticky there, stir it just a little bit, just enough to blend it, and we'll go ahead and pour it in.
Okay. Are we ready? Or
Yep, we're ready. You can just do it the same way, just start on one side.
yeah, little candy corn is drowning. There we go.
You're drowning too.
Oh. All right. Do I want to do any? You want more in there?
When you're done doing that, I'm going to take a stick and we'll see how far he is from the top of his head, because you don't want it too thin. So
I think it's pretty thin because I can still see the shadow.
yeah, go ahead and pour some more in there.
Now I can't. I don't think I can see his shadow anymore.
Okay. A little bit more. Okay. That should be good. That's a nice little trick in case you ever wonder, do you have enough in there? Just take you a stick or something, stick it on the top so you can get an idea. And now we're going to move this out of our way and set up here in the corner. Real easy so we don't knock them loose. And we might need a stick under that. It doesn't look quite level. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, since we do have a little bit of extra, let me clean this up real quick. Can you give me the wipes back here, please? Give me two, please, and grab yourself one clean one, obviously. Thank you. Put that right there, out of our way. All right, so let's do.
Which one are you gonna do?
I don't know. We might have enough to do all of them, actually. That's my air pressure. All right. Now, I've only seen Tammy do this once, so we'll find out if I remember how to do this. Down there, Miss Tara, is a little plastic piece. Do you see it? Yes. Oh no, that's not it. I thought the heavier plastic. Set that there. Oh, it's over there. I'm sorry, it's on my heat mat. I'm sorry, I'm making you get up and down and all around.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pour them on this, just a little piece of acetate or whatever it may be. So, I mean, I don't know. So we can put our pieces on here. And then we'll be able to move them easily.
Okay.
So basically, we're going to start out with these two first. And it doesn't matter what color they are. So I'm going to do, I'll do the pumpkin. Let you have that part, if we have enough. So we're just going to take, you don't want this thick, because like I said, there are inserts, so they don't need to be super thick. We went on that side a little bit. So it does not take a lot. And if it does overpour like it is actually overpouring, and then not poured it not well on it, then it'll just peel right off, so it's no big deal. All right. We'll probably have enough to do
Oh my.
all three of them. Here, you know what? Maybe we'll use a stick. It might work a little better. And after you're done pouring that, I'll take and hold that for you.
He's going slow, but it's still coming off.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Now, folks, for those watching this, you're not limited just to, these type of stone catchers. If you, I know Miss Tammy had found some at her local thrift store. They'd already been painted or whatever, but you can even use those. So if you do go to a thrift store and you see some and they're already, and you want to try this, go ahead and pick them up and grab them and use them, because you can do that as well. They don't have to be like brand new or whatever. So, yeah, give it a try.
Am I missing any spots?
Doing fine. Just a little tiny bit more in the boo, in the B. In the B. There you go. I thought that was my stomach a few minutes ago, but it's not.
Yeah, is my stomach going wild? There's really no like neat way to do this. So you have to be sure that you got something to protect, because I am going all over the place, and of course Loretta's as patient as she ever is.
All right, so we got that, and I can be patient. I cannot be patient. It just depends upon what the situation is. You don't want to do that one? They see me all, they hear me all the time. I'll be curious to see how these turn out, because I think they'll be really cute. And I thought it was such a wonderful idea, Tammy. Yeah, it's like, you know, the lines are there for you, you know, for the embedding, and super smart idea. But that's why I like watching Miss Tammy, because she is so creative. And if you haven't checked her out, do go check her out. It's Tammy, and it's Epoxy Me That. Although the EXPOX3Y. Me That. I'm sorry, that's not right. It's Epoxy, EPOXYM, and then the number 3, and then that. There we go. Epoxy Me That. I'll get it straight. Sorry, Tammy. Concentration, y'all. Concentration. I do that. I'll get to concentrate on what I'm doing. Forgot that, you know, I'm on recording, and it's like, oops.
Maybe this will be enough.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I'm on the kick of these. I don't normally drink these. But for some reason, and I'm talking about these Starbucks Frappuccinos, and I never liked the caramel one, but for some reason, it just suits me. And so I bought some, and I drink them here and there. Usually I don't drink all of them at one time, but today I am, so I may be bouncing around somewhere. Y'all better watch out. Poor Tara's sitting here beside me, and you never know what's going to happen now.
Just don't turn me into a mold.
I promise I won't. I keep trying to think, how can I repurpose these bottles other than just recycling them? So I've been pondering that. I think that's going to be my excuse for buying them, is I'm thinking how I can reuse the bottle. Yeah, that's my excuse.
Well, they kind of look like old milk bottles.
That's my story, and I'm sticking.
So you could paint them and then do that, what do you call it? The baking soda.
Yeah.
On top of them, that makes them kind of look antiqued.
We'll be wearing our stuff. Goodness. Yeah, and you know, I thought also about cutting them, making miniature glasses out of them. But a lot of my glass cutting stuff is inaccessible right now.
Well, someone who is like shabby chic, you know, and they like the farmhouse look.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You could take something like that and at Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the wine bottles that I've done before.
Mm-hmm. You could also fit down in the bottom of the glass. You know, a little tree, a little deer, some Epsom salt for your snow, and it'd be a...
Just cut, I think, right over the edge. That was perfect amount. So, how much we got in there? Take whatever you have left with the scraper and scrape it down here. We can make a silicone plug.
A silicone plug.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A heart-shaped one. That's what I do if I have any leftovers. I'll make like plugs. So then what you can do is, like, say if you're making like a round coaster or whatever, you can put that plug in the middle of it so that the resin will leave that shape, and you can make like a tea light holder or, you know, something else out of it.
Oh, okay. All right. So now I've caught your vision.
Yeah.
I love to do this with Loretta, but I don't craft very often on my own. So her vision helps.
Tell that to my husband. Like, you got enough stuff for visions around here to make up a lifetime. Huh? He's probably right, I do, but you know. I don't really have any other vices. I do like to drink my Pinot Grigio, but that's about the extent of it.
Another reference to Wham. I called them a George Michael's for a long time.
Okay, so okay, all right. So we'll set those there, and we will get all this cleaned up.
I can feel the grease.
Yeah, that's pretty typical. All right, paper towels. We'll clean up our cup. Stick that on there. Because my little plastic thing is uneven. And let's see, cup. Patty cake, patty cake. Oh, I knew that if I were you.
Oh, well, sorry.
Nope, that's all right.
Well, I'm like the kid with the candy jar. Gotta test it.
Test it. Infest it. And messed it. Alright. So, my friends, we are going to stop this for now. When it's time to demold it, or mold, we will be back. So, I'll see you then. Hey everybody, Lo here. Tara had to go home, but we're going to demold our molds that we made and our inserts and see how we did with those. Now, I got a piece of rubber stuck on my hand. There we go. I did go ahead and test one of the inserts. Now, hang on. Apparently that had a little bit of stickiness on it. Okay. So, as I was saying, I did go ahead and check out one of the inserts just to make sure that they did correctly. I just removed it from the mold. That's all I've done with it. Actually, the little, what do you call it? Sun catcher thing. And this is it. This is a little ghosty one. Oops. Really kind of very soft. So I will have to test them to see how they work. Probably not doing that today. So that was the little mold one. I'll have to clean these off here in a little while. They are a little sticky. Make sure to get off all the extra silicone off of them so we can use it for next time. Alright, so basically you just kind of get an edge like here, and then just gently pull it off. It's going to have to be a little bit of trimming done to it, but that's fine. So this is the haunted house one. Oh, that's really sticky. So this is the haunted house one. Very thin. Lay them down like that. And then our little pumpkin one. And there's our little pumpkin insert. So aren't they cute? Thank you again, Tammy, at Epoxy that for this wonderful idea. And then we've got our candy corn that we made a mold of. So we'll see how we go about getting this out, if it works okay, and see how well we did. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going on the edges, trying to break that seal, and I'm sorry I have to hold it against me. I hope y'all can see it. I hate these gloves. These are definitely too big, and they make it working even harder. Squish. See, they're trying to cut them off my fingers, making it hard for me to get the edges. Oh, so frustrating. I would not use gloves, but I don't want to put any fingerprints on this for right now. Alright. Okay, now while I've got this here, I am going to spray a little alcohol in there, so we can work our way around and hopefully get it demolded, get the suction loose. Here we go. You see that suction, you know, it's letting loose. So work out trying to get these things loose. Alright, let me see if I can find something to put down in here. Put just a little more alcohol down in there. Let's see what we can use in there. Trying to remember what I used the other day when I did the little ghosty, when I had to get it out. And I don't rightly remember. I'm going to try one of these spoons here. I don't think it's going to be strong enough, but maybe it'll help me get that alcohol or whatever all the way down in there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to sit here, make y'all sit here, watch me struggle to get this out. So I am going to put you on a fast forward, and then once we get it pop loose, then I will bring you off. So hold tight. 6 ounces may be just enough, because with the hand cut mold you don't really want to dome it. And yes, it certainly was. Yay. Probably could have done about 5.5 ounces. We would have been perfect, because we have 1/2 ounce left. So I'm going to grab a mold I already have out, a little turtle mold. This is one of the little extras I'd made, which we'll finish him and look closer at him. But let's go ahead and put the rest of this in here. This is the mold. It's like a pendant and earring set mold. And it should be maybe enough to do all 3, but definitely we'll do the big one. Sorry, y'all probably can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to move that there. Well, we might be able to get all 3 of them out of this. Yep, and we got some for butterflies. It's another reason I like using parchment paper, is they slide pretty easy on it. All right, let me see if I can find the butterflies out of my magic mold box. Thank you, Jeannie. Every time I think of what you said, it just makes me laugh. Actually, why don't we do this starfish instead? That might take the rest of this. Just a little shellfish mold. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, guys, good news. Everything is ready to be demolded, so we will save my casting for last. And like I promised you earlier, before, we will demold items I had poured off camera, as well as the turtle that Miss Tara painted on Sunday and the pumpkin that I did. And we've got a few other things. So this was little turtle extra, and it was some of the leftover color from this, which is the Diankapours Tree of Life. And I also added in some Let's Resin Glow in the Dark. So as you can see, it does indeed glow in the dark. Now, that is the little turtle. I don't know about the other things. Now, these that I poured earlier, they definitely are going to glow. So very pretty. Just set them there in the light. And I also had poured some, I don't know what you call them, I guess light holders. I think Tammy from Epoxy Me That is one that I saw these on. And these are great. They actually, let's go ahead and get them demolded. These actually hold, or holders rather, got a couple bubbles. And they are matte, so we'll have to shine them up. Oopsie daisy, here are the seashells and starfish. They're all charged. We'll demold those in a minute. But these light holders, let me find, well, oh, I know where they're at. Had to think for a minute. I'm going back into my magic box. Miss Jeannie. There they are. So these are the ones that come with the light that you put in there. So they come like this. And I'll show you the light. For USB. They're pretty simple. Sorry for all the noise, my friend. Some of you that watch Miss Tammy may recognize these. So this is the little light, and this is USB in. So you put in your light, you pop it in the mold like this, with your casting, and then, let me see if I can find my plug. I'm trying to show you without unraveling all the way. Has an on-off switch. So this is how your light goes in. So it's made, so the cord fits in there, and let me see if I've got something I can set on there to kind of show you. We'll set our little ghostie that we made earlier in the week. So it just sets just like that. So isn't that nice? And you can buy refillable lights. That is actually so cute. So cute. Those are bright, so I'm trying to keep my hand covered over it. Whew. I do want to see. These also, I put glow in the dark. Has the Let's Resin Glow in the Dark micro powder. So we'll see how they look. We're just going to set those there because that's a lot of racket. So here's one. Let me go ahead and demo the other one. Let's see. So here's one not charged as far as the glow in the dark. And here's one that is. So you can kind of see that they do glow in the dark. So we'll finish those off at another time. Turn that off. kind of blinded me by the light kind of thing. Go. And so then I also did a frog with some of the leftover resin, and I added some blue paste, I think. Yes. And I added some glow-in-the-dark to it. I think I used the blue in this one. I'll be careful of his toes. Last one I did, I accidentally made him a very naughty frog because I broke off all but one of his fingers on his front pad. It was very naughty, if you know what I mean. It was funny, but I ended up disposing of him just because it was very much not appropriate for people to see. Now, some would not have, be offended by it, but others would, so I just didn't take the chance. So here he is. You can't tell it probably in the color on the camera, but it does have some green and some blue in it. Let's see if he charges up. I don't know if he will because he's pretty dark, so we'll let him sit in there while we do our turtle. Now, I know already that I have some cleanup on the turtle just because I slightly over poured it, but that will be fine. I'm eager to see what this looks like because this was done with mostly Litz Resin's chrome powders. One of the powders, I think the pinkish color you'll see in it, was the Temu holographic chameleon powders. Oh, this is gorgeous. All right, let's set the mold here. I will let Tara know what a wonderful job she did on this painting of this baby. Like I said, I've got a little bit of trimming there, but no bubbles, and a little trimming on this side. But what do y'all think? Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely stunning. Very, very pretty. Very good. We got too many molds out here today. I'm trying to get all these done for you. So let's see if this froggy is going to glow. Yeah, a little bit. You can kind of see it. Probably in the dark, which when I take some pictures, I'll make sure I get some done for him. Probably give him some eyes or something. I don't know. Let's see. So many. I think these are ready to come out. These are really simple. They're just, like I said, a little glow in the dark. A starfish and a couple other shells. So as you can see, it does glow. These I'll put in my extras so when I need, something to fill up or that kind of thing. Or even pendants. So that's them. Those are them glowing. I don't know what was up with me wanting to do all these glow in the darks, but they're done. Let's see, I got some of that. And then finally, our Litz Resin pumpkin mold that I did. I did one, I think, a week or so ago. In just in a translucent orange. So if you haven't watched that video, do go ahead and watch it. I would appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, comment. Oh, that is pretty. So this one I use the Litz Resin Chrome for the stem. And then the Diankapours Tree of Life for the lid, I guess you would. And the pumpkin itself. Isn't that pretty? I'll find out if that glows. Because yes, it does have glow in the dark in it. I think I put green in this one. Okay. Sorry, I gotta put this against me, so I hope y'all can see it. It isn't a hard mold, but you do have, it's like you need just one extra hand. I have to do some cleanup on these molds. They've got a little powder and stuff on them. Now it's on my hands, probably on my shirt too, if it's on the outside. Set that there. So, not a lot of glowing going on in that, but let's see. Might have to do a little, there we go. Lid fits in nice and snug. I like it better than the other one. Don't see any bubbles in it, but isn't that gorgeous? Got a little trim to do on the bottom, but that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm going to take the lid off so that I don't have any issues, but it fits really well. It fits snug, which I like. The other lid didn't fit as snug. It's kind of wobbly. But, all right. Now to the mold, and let me clean my hands. I got this mica powder on. Don't want to get it all over the outside. But we are going to demold our little corn, candy corn that I made a mold of, or Tara and I made mold of. I can't talk today. So let's see how easy or how difficult it will be to get it out. Oh, I forgot about these. This is another little, like the turtle I showed you a while ago. Just a pendant and earrings. This one I actually had enough to make the earrings just as well this time. Still a little soft, but we'll let them cure. There we go. As you can see, it glows. That glows, so they're all glowing. They're happy little glow turtles. All right, here we go. Hopefully, I like this mold though, this silicone rubber with this, because it is, even though it's a little bit of a pain to get out of my housing, so we'll see. Now, I made him glow in the dark as well. Ouch. Just because it was a test. There we go. There we go. I felt it pull loose. Got a little bit of a sharp edge down here, so I'm trying to be careful I don't cut my finger. There we go. Okay. All right, so it's not too bad. Not too bad. Got a few little, let's see. A little blemish on it, which I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, I should have put this in my debubbler, I guess, before I poured it, because I can't tell if it's in the mold. It may be, I don't know. But anyway, so let me charge them up so y'all can see them. Like I said, I poured it one color just so since it was a test. Y'all ready? Here it is. Little candy corn. Can you see them? Definitely close. And you can see his little face on him, which I'll take a marker and paint him up before I do the pictures, so we can have the full thing. There's a couple of blemishes, but I don't know if that's from the resin, the silicone rather, or if it's from the resin. But anyway, so that's that, and I will be taking pictures and getting this up so y'all can view it. I hope you like it. I hope you like all the extras that we demolded, and I will see you in the next one. Again, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Do check out all of my discount codes that I have. It does help save money and save you money. So check them out, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.